So let's do a little meditation. Um, so as usual, we're going to start with just a few minutes of silent meditation. Give ourselves a chance to focus the mind a bit using the breath, or if you have another object that you use to meditate on, you can do that. But if you're using the breath, again, there are many techniques to work with. One I suggest, if you don't have one already, is to work with the area around the nostrils where you feel the air coming in and out, and just focusing on that sensation that occurs in that area. And in any meditations, we want to have this factor that we call introspection, kind of checking in occasionally to see the quality of our meditation. And if we check in and we see that the mind's gotten very distracted or what have you, then we simply let go of that distraction, return to the breath, and continue doing the best that we can to stay focused on the breath. So we're going to do a few minutes in silence this way, and then I'll lead you in a short reflection to set our motivation for being here. And then after that, we'll do a little meditation on compassion. We've been working with the last two sessions with two of the other four immeasurables. We did meditation on equanimity and then on joy. So today we're going to work with one of the difficult ones, compassion, but try to do it in a very joyous way, recognizing that we have the potential to generate this mind and to alleviate the suffering of others through our efforts. So I'm going to ring the bell to start the meditation period. Again, a few minutes of silent meditation on the breath to begin with. So now let's set our motivation for being here today. In this meditation, as I said, we'll be working with compassion, which means opening our hearts to the suffering of ourselves and of the entire world, all the beings in existence. We have to remember that the Buddha essentially taught two things: suffering and the end of suffering. So while we can acknowledge all the various ways that beings are dissatisfied, experience pain, difficulty, and so on, the Buddha's promise is that this doesn't have to be this way. It all can come to an end through following the Buddhist path. So bring that to mind as well when we generate our motivation of bodhicitta, our wish to be a benefit to all, is to recognize that it's not a hopeless situation at all. Certainly, individual situations may be very difficult to change, but in the long run, we can change our own minds. We can develop ourselves to the degree to which we can help others to do the same work. And in this way, alleviate our own suffering and help others to do the same. So set your sights on that goal of Buddhahood, that state where you will be fully qualified, fully capable to help all sentient beings to be free from suffering and to know the peace that they seek. So as usual in these meditations, it's best for us to start with ourselves and to generate compassion towards ourselves. So take a moment to recall the ways in which you are suffering now. Some of it might be quite overt, quite manifest, but some of it may also be very subtle, the ways that we are still driven by some dissatisfaction that is there under the surface whenever we even experience something that is pleasant, that is happy. And moreover, each of us under the control of our karma, our delusions, continuing to have this unsatisfactory experience we call samsara. So first take a moment to contemplate your own state of suffering and to begin to open your heart to that reality that you are a suffering being. And then to also bring to mind the fact that you deserve to be free from suffering. Just as every being is in this predicament, and this predicament can be undone for every being, so you too deserve to be free from all suffering, all dissatisfaction, and have the ability to attain that. And then spend the next few minutes generating thoughts of compassion towards yourself. You can start with simply that wish, thinking how wonderful it would be if you yourself did not have to suffer ever again, could be free of all the manifest sufferings you're experiencing, the dissatisfaction that is there even when we experience happiness, and moreover, this state that we are in of being under the control of our karma and delusions. Really want this to be reality for yourself, generating thoughts like, may I be happy, may I be free from all suffering, all difficulty, may I know true peace. May I never experience any dissatisfaction. Again, spend a few minutes cultivating thoughts of compassion towards yourself and really opening up yourself to receiving that compassion. And then within the sphere of these compassionate thoughts towards yourself, generate the intention to free yourself from suffering, to do whatever it takes to alleviate all pain and difficulty, to be free from all the causes of suffering once and for all. And then bring to mind someone who's very dear to you already in this life. Could be someone who is a spouse, partner, a child, parent, sibling, grandparent, whatever. Could also be a pet, a being who you feel very dear to, very close to. We're going to do the same generation of compassion towards them. First of all, by understanding the ways that this being is suffering. No doubt having some level of gross suffering present, but if not, certainly also having that dissatisfaction we call the suffering of change, the inability for these pleasant experiences to truly satisfy. Always going on to something different, wanting something to satisfy, but never finding it. And then moreover, this being just like us is also subject to the causes of suffering, under the control, their karma, delusions, caught up in samsara. Really take in the situation of this being. Open your heart to seeing their suffering very clearly. And then begin to generate compassionate thoughts towards this being. Again, similar to before, thinking how wonderful it would be if this dear friend were free from all suffering, the grosser forms as well as the subtler forms, and all the causes of suffering. And then elevate this to this aspiration of may they be free from that. May they know the true peace and happiness that comes from being free from all the causes of suffering. May they be at ease. Generate whatever thoughts work for you in terms of this dear friend, and continue to open your heart with sincere compassion towards them over the next few minutes. And then bringing to mind the fact that it doesn't have to be this way for this dear friend. Causes of suffering can be removed. All the ensuing suffering can be ceased. And generate that strong intention to benefit this being by helping them to be free from suffering, dedicating yourself to becoming capable to help them to do that. And then we bring to mind someone who is in the category of strangers. And it can be difficult sometimes to work with that, but these are beings who we may have seen around the city, or perhaps, even on television, some being that we don't know. We don't have a strong affinity towards them. We don't have a strong aversion towards them. Just someone who's in that neutral category. So take a moment to bring that person to mind. And begin to examine them through the same lens that we looked at ourselves and our dear friend, to recognize their suffering, the dissatisfaction that they have to deal with, the pain, the difficulty. We may not know it personally, but we know that this is a suffering being under the control of their own karma, being guided by their own delusions, their ignorance, their attachment, their anger, continuing to go from life to life. Really acknowledge the suffering of this being who is a stranger to you, but is in the exact same predicament as yourself. And then begin to work with compassionate thoughts towards them, thinking how wonderful it would be if this stranger were free from all suffering, all the causes of suffering. And try to generate that stronger aspiration that really wants this to be so. May this being be free from all the causes of suffering and never experience another moment of suffering. May they know complete satisfaction. May they be free of all pain and difficulty. May they be at ease. Whatever thoughts work for you, spend a couple minutes working with opening your heart to this stranger with these compassionate thoughts. And then again, recalling that it doesn't have to be this way for this stranger. that they can be free from their suffering, all the causes of suffering, and joyously generate the intention that you can to be dedicated to helping this being by developing yourself to be able to help this stranger to be free from all their suffering, all the causes of suffering. And then we turn our minds towards someone who we find very difficult to work with. This could be someone who's harmed you or those that you love directly, but also could be a public figure whose views you oppose, who you feel is harming others and is causing you, difficulty then in your own life. Someone who you would normally have thoughts of anger, aversion towards. Choose someone to work with that you're comfortable working with in this meditation. And then first recognize that this is a suffering being. They wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing, harming us or others, if they weren't in that state, being under the control of their own karma and delusions, suffering themselves in overt ways as well as subtler ways. They're a being that is experiencing the exact same thing as ourselves, our friends, the strangers. And just like them, they don't want to suffer. So first acknowledge that reality about this being who you consider to be a difficult person, a challenging person. And then see if you can open your heart to having compassionate thoughts towards this being, thinking how wonderful it would be if they were free from all suffering. They'd be a totally different person. May they be free from suffering. May they be free from everything that causes them to suffer. Again, spend a few minutes generating compassionate thoughts towards this difficult person, whatever way suits your mind. And then once more recalling that it doesn't have to be this way for this difficult person. They can be free from all of these causes of suffering and never experience another moment of suffering. And dedicate yourself to helping this being, all the difficult people, all the strangers, all our friends, every single being and ourselves to be free from suffering and all the causes of that. Try to extend your compassion out to include and embrace all sentient beings, and dedicate yourself to achieving a state where you can help them perfectly to accomplish that task. And then let's dedicate all the positive potential we've created through this short meditation on compassion so that we can actualize that very deeply in our own hearts and help all beings to do the same. And through that activation of our own compassion, follow the Bodhisattva path, achieve perfect enlightenment, and then help others to do the same. We also dedicate for the good health and long lives of all of our spiritual masters, all those guides who are helping us and others to accomplish this goal. And lastly, we dedicate for all the beings that we're holding in our hearts, who are experiencing difficulties in their life right now, obstacles, illness, who are dying or who have died. Whoever it is we're holding in our hearts, extend this positive energy out to them with this compassionate motivation that they be free from all these sufferings and find true peace and happiness. And may all beings accomplish that same task through our efforts here today. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining this morning. I'll see you all again soon.
Thank you.